Hello and welcome to Train Signal. You're watching vSphere 5.1 New Features, and this is the course introduction. We'll start this course introduction by telling you a little bit about your instructor. That's me, David Davis. I've been in the IT industry now well over 20 years, and I started off actually doing backups with large round-reel tapes in a data center. From there, I was able to move up to network administrator, Unix administrator, Windows administrator, virtualization administrator, and finally IT manager of a data center that had about 100 servers and served about 80 locations with 2,500 end users. During that time, we successfully implemented virtualization, actually VMware ESXi, in production. Later, I moved on to create video training courses, write articles, and speak at various conferences, including VMware's VMworld in North America and Europe. I've written hundreds of articles about virtualization and cloud computing. You'll find those out on the web as well as in print in Virtualization Review magazine. I'm the author of numerous Train Signal video training courses, including ESX Server, Vsphare 4, Vsphare 5, Vsphare Troubleshooting, Performance, vCloud Director Essentials, and many more. And because I'm a virtualization evangelist and not just a VMware evangelist, recently I've created video training courses about the new Windows Server 2012 Hyper-V. Over the years, I've obtained a number of certifications and awards, including the Cisco CCIE, the VMware Certified Professional, the VMware Certified Advanced Professional, and for 3 years running now, the VMware vExpert Award. VMware vSphere is my favorite virtualization product to date, and especially all the great new features in vSphere 5.1. Because I was the co-author of our vSphere 5 video training course, and I've spent so many years working with VMware vSphere, I feel that I'm especially suited to teach you about VMware vSphere 5.1 and all the great new features that it offers. So what do you need to know before you get started with VMware vSphere 5.1? Well, first, I highly recommend you watch my video training course along with Elias Knaser, where we teach you VMware vSphere 5. That video training course covers VMware vSphere from the start to the finish, whereas this video training course on vSphere 5.1 really just covers all the great new features in vSphere 5.1, but may not cover some of the more traditional features that have been around for years that virtualization admins use every day. Now let's move on and talk about what we'll be covering in this video training course. VMware has said that vSphere 5.1 is a minor upgrade with major new features, and I would wholeheartedly agree. In fact, just creating this video training course about vSphere 5.1 was a huge challenge with the vast number of new features. Now, many of those features were easily demonstratable, as you'll see in this video training course, while other features, such as the ability to create larger virtual machines, aren't quite as interesting to demonstrate. And that's why I'd like to run through some of those types of features in just a second. But first, let's run through some of the most major and most impressive new features of vSphere 5.1. Besides the ability to create larger virtual machines with up to 64 virtual CPUs and up to 1 terabyte of virtual memory, with vSphere 5.1, there's a brand new virtual machine format to support those larger virtual machines. The new virtual machine format is called Virtual Machine Hardware version 9. But VMware is trying to move away from that hardware versioning number and move more towards a vSphere version compatibility for a particular virtual machine. I'll talk more about that in one of the lessons in this course. Other new features include major improvements to the vSphere distributed switch, VMware's vMotion, a all-new backup and recovery application for vSphere called vSphere Data Protection, which replaces VMware Data Recovery. vSphere Replication, which is used for replicating virtual machines from one data center to another, has major new improvements in vSphere 5.1. And I've got lessons in this course on all of those improvements. Another new feature of vSphere 5.1 is once you've upgraded your virtual machines to the newest virtual machine tools, in the future, when new versions of the virtual machine tools come out, you won't have to reboot your virtual machine's operating system to upgrade to the new virtual machine tool. So it's important to get your virtual machines up to the virtual machine tools that come with vSphere 5.1 to prevent downtime in the future. vShield Endpoint is now included with vSphere 5.1. Previously, it was something that was separate, but now it's included with vSphere 5.1, which enables the ability to use agentless antivirus and anti-malware solutions. vShield Endpoint is not, by itself, an agentless antivirus or anti-malware solution. It doesn't actually do the work for you of scanning and removing viruses, but it enables you to use agentless solutions for vSphere, which are made possible by vShield Endpoint. Also with vSphere 5.1, Storage Distributed Resource Scheduler and Profile-Driven Storage are now compatible with vCloud Director. There's a number of new enhancements with vSphere Auto Deploy, and vCenter Operations Manager Foundation is now included with vSphere 5.1. I've got a great lesson in this course on that topic. The vSphere web client is completely redone. It's totally new. It's really impressive, and it's very easy to use. And that's what I recommend that you use to learn vSphere 5.1 is the vSphere web client, because that's where all the new features will be made available. New features with vSphere with 5.1 and in the future won't be available in the previous Windows-based vSphere web client. With vSphere 5.1, vCenter now offers what they call single sign-on, and I've got a whole lesson in this course on that topic, and it's a very important feature of vSphere 5.1 that you need to learn about. vCenter Orchestrator is now integrated with the vSphere web client, and there's a number of enhancements to it as well. But stay tuned here in the course for excellent training, hands-on, step-by-step, on many of these new vSphere 5.1 features, including upgrading to vSphere 5.1 from previous versions of VMware vSphere. And with that, we've reached the end of this lesson introducing our new vSphere 5.1 New Features course. We've got a lot of exciting new features in vSphere 5.1 to cover. I hope you're just as excited as I am. Thanks for watching.